it's VJ.
It's Jame.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot Shooters. We're back, bitches.
Whoop whoop. So this time, first of all, we don't have a drink that's alcoholic because
we took a Four Horsemen shot.
We took a Four Horsemen shot on the episode for this week. And we always record these right after we record the podcast episode.
Mm-hmm.
So go check that out. But the Four Horsemen is Jack Daniels, Jameson, and Johnny Walker. So you see, you get it. You get it.
When you listen to the episode, you'll understand.
You'll know. As long as the episode runs, things just go down. Killing excitement. So we're drinking lemonade.
We're drinking lemonade, but a little bit of a mix of Crown.
Yeah.
I feel like slipping in here.
But to those out there drinking, watching this, we're gonna cheers with y'all.
Cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things we wish
we had.
Clink, clink.
Yay. Delicious.
So let's hop right into the shooter. We got an email request for us to talk about code switching, and because this is Black History Month,
yes, we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give what code switching is? I can give it.
Okay. That's crazy.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, code switching is something that I'm gonna say minorities or people of color do when they are in a corporate field or in different company.
Yes.
And they have to be able to switch between what is most comfortable for all parties involved.
Yeah, you have to change your vernacular.
Yes.
To suit the situation.
AAVE, African American Vernacular English.
Yes. You change your vernacular to make the other person feel comfortable or to fit in a situation.
The person is normally not black.
Yeah, or not a person of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just put that out there. Do you agree with it? Do you do it? Because that was the question I gave.
I do it.
Yes. I
do it. We were raised, I think we talked about last season, black hair.
Mm-hmm.
And having to have straight hair. When you're, we work in I work in corporate America, you work in corporate America, and having to look a certain way to make everyone comfortable.
Yes.
When you are in the minority of the population.
Yes.
So, yes, I do it.
Yes, I do it. And yes, I believe in it.
Yes, I believe in it, and I agree with it.
I don't agree that it's... Yes, I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with it in the sense that it's kind of a necessary thing to do.
You don't think it's necessary?
I feel like people should be able to... Hold on now. Dicey. I feel like you should be able to be yourself at work, but a professional version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that... I don't think that everybody should have to change the way that they talk. Now, I understand some people are a little on the far... I feel like we're in the middle, right?
Okay.
Middle ground of the way that we talk to people who are similar to us, how we talk to each other, versus how we talk at work.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's people on the other end where it's like, bro, let's
you need to clean it up.
Let's remove all the curse words. Let's clean the language up a little bit. Let's make sure you're pronouncing your letters and things like that. It's kind of like the whole hair situation. Like, it's like, I get why it's happening, but I wish that I could just come to work with my fro or my hair out.
Technically you can. Legally you can.
Legally you can.
But it's like, why are we comfortable doing that?
Because we don't run corporate America.
And I think we also kind of sometimes don't want the commentary about our hair.
There's a lot of... I feel like either or how we talk. Where it's like, oh, you talk so well. You speak...
Yeah.
You're so well spoken.
I think it's non-threatening.
Yeah. But I do it. And I feel like it's funny that you see it in all different, levels of stuff. Like, they were talking about... This is old, when Obama was president, and he met a basketball team, and he was, dapping people up, and then handshake.
Yes. It's in how you speak.
Mm-hmm.
It's in how you dress.
Yes.
And I remember, my kind of first time into, when I first got my job,
mm-hmm.
and I feel like I was dressing very, young still,
mm-hmm.
and... Thank God. I call her my aunt.
Yes.
She's like, I can't be like your big sister. I can't. You big sister. But she had been working there already. And she just pulled me aside and she's like, you need to step it up.
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, you need that, and like you can't wear this, but you need to wear that, so that they meaning the people who hire you can see you in a more professional way.
In a more professional way. Yeah. I feel like that's the stage I'm going through now, where it's like, before I used to work more behind closed doors, being an event planner, black and jeans, sneakers. Majority of the time, because I'm running around lifting things, doing whatever. But it's now I'm in situations where it's like, I have to meet with clients, I have to go to a tasting, I have to go to like all these different high stakes, events and dinners and stuff. So I'm like, I'm in that phase of my life where I'm like, okay, we need to up the wardrobe to. I'm also about to be 30. We're about to be 30, so it's like I gotta up the wardrobe a little bit more to meet the criteria, the standard that I'm walking into. Now, code switching. There was have you seen the TikTok where it's this girl's like, y'all don't get to tell me how to code switch, because if I want to talk like this.
Yeah. Or this. I think for me it's the sounding white.
Yes. That. Oh my gosh.
That has always bothered me.
It's annoying. So annoying.
Because this is just how I talk.
That's what I said. We're in the middle ground.
Yeah, we are.
We're in the middle ground. Now,
but I do. You know when to turn it up.
Yeah, I know when to turn it up. And I know when I get like frustrated or angry or start talking fast, I get a little more of an accent. I don't know where the accent's from.
Is it your mid-Atlantic accent? I
don't know what accent it is. It differs between different emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that doesn't mean I'm crazy.
What'd you say?
Hopefully that doesn't mean that I'm crazy. We have like different personalities.
That's been proven. So don't worry about that, friend. That's been proven.
But it's like, it's very interesting. I think it's a talent to be able to like, yeah, girl, I'm talking to you, and oh my God, this is what's happening. Hi, you've reached so-and-so.
Yeah.
And people have...
Because we've been on the phone like that, and it's like, give me a second. Hi. Yes. Okay.
Hi, you've reached Jame. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can. Okay, give me 1 second.
Let me call you back, girl.
Girl, let me call you back. Yeah, especially if you spilling some tea and something like that. And then he did X, Y, and Z, and I was like, you're not about to... Oh, hold on. Hello?
Now, do you feel like that's ever going to change? Or do you feel like, I wonder, I'm just going to say, do white people do they have a code switch?
I think they do.
But
it's not, I don't think it's the same code switch.
Okay.
I think it's, have you ever been in a situation in an office place and somebody that is not black or a person of color tries to relate to you by talking a certain way or talking about certain things, and it's just like, I don't think that you do that regularly. Like, I don't know that this is like your regular life. Like, I've met, out here, go-go is the music of DC, Maryland, Virginia, created in DC. And me and my friend went out near the convention center. There's this place called Baby Whale. I don't know. And there was a French chef in there, and he was like, oh, you guys are from the area? And we're like, yeah. And he was like, do you listen to go-go music? And like this French accent, and we're like, yeah? Like, what do you mean? And he was like, oh, do you go party at like the Icon, which is where go-go's would happen? And we're looking at him like, huh? And he was like, oh yeah, I love go-go music. But he was like talking to us about stuff in go-go that we were like, oh, you really listen to it. Like, this is something that you are actually involved in as a person, rather than trying to fit in because trying to relate and make things feel comfortable for me, which ends up, I feel like, making people uncomfortable.
Well, I know for me, I've had people talk to me in the way that they think a black
person
or I'm gonna say woman would talk, and it's like, girl, and it's and I for me, I take it up a notch to let you know that you're not gonna speak to me that way. Like,
like we're
not girlfriends in that way. We're not cool.
This
in
is
that
not
way.
How we talk. Yeah. Anyway, and be like, girl, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't
from a different perspective.
Well, I can't do it when I feel like you're trying to.
I mean, I was trying to give
relate.
I was trying to do like an example, but
no,
I was just like,
it's a good example.
I'm still
and I have, like, I call her my work BFF, my work wife, and she's a white woman, and we've worked together many, many years, and I've been able to, take the coat off for her, and she knows, like, how her and I talk, we understand each other. She's never going and I think that's how I, like, kind of gauge things, because she's never spoken to me in a way of, like, trying to relate. Like, we know how to talk to each other.
Yes. And it's
like how two girlfriends would talk to each other.
Exactly.
And she doesn't have to roll her neck. She doesn't have to do all the things that people that think that black people do. She didn't have to do any of that. And we're super duper close. We're, like, when I tell you, like, completely different ways of life.
Yeah.
It just, and so when I meet people who do that,
it's awkward. I know.
I'm not gonna meet you where you at. Ma'am.
For those that do it out there, I know you think it's cool. I know you're trying to relate. I get it. You might come at it with a positive intention. It's weird.
Yeah.
It throws us off.
Because we're not friends.
We're not. I'm like, huh? Where did you grow up?
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Oh, now is that near? What is that near? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So this is like a regular.
How long have you been here?
Oh, okay.
6 months? Oh,
okay. That's cool. Nice. It's wonderful.
Did you see what so and so did? No. What happened?
Yeah. Okay. All right, sister girl.
Have you been? You know what?
I do have people that have called me sister, or like, yeah, it's usually sister, or like not sister. Like, they don't never not bold enough to do the like sister. But then it took me some time to get used to. But then I also realized that that's how they refer to every female that we worked with. So I was kind of, sometimes I feel like being a black person or a person of color, you have to, like, is it me using my lens for the world, or is this, like, and I'm like, is this a little racist? Is this a little racist?
That's racist.
Is this a little racist? Or is this really how you talk? Like,
for some people, that's how they talk, and how they grew up, where they grew up, the whole, 9 yards.
Exactly. Especially out in this area.
Know. Yes.
Like,
growing up in PGDC, you meet a lot of different people, and I think we always talk about, that's the thing you appreciate.
Yes. It's a bit of a mixing pot. And people, you get a lot of different stuff. You get a lot of different, you be like, huh? Where are you from?
Let me ask you this. Do you see it changing?
I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of other things that are being worked on right now. I think
code switching isn't one of them.
Code switching right now is not one of them. I think hair is a big step in the right direction.
Yes.
And I feel like code switching might be further down the line. Like, hair laws are just in a few states right now for you to be protected based on the style of hair that you have, and just changing that perspective. Like, back in the day when Zendaya had locks and she wore it to an award show. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And they said, like, oh,
she smells like
it seems like
oil or something.
Yeah, like some oil and looks a little dirty, and everybody's like, is that because you associate dreadlocks with somebody being unkempt? Or is it like,
she didn't look dirty?
She's in a ball gown with dreadlocks. Yeah. Like, baby girl, 2 different things.
Yeah.
And so I think that for different, like, people of color, there's a lot of, you have to take a lot of steps. It takes a long time to change perspectives. Mm-hmm. I don't think code switching is at the top of the list. We got a lot of other things we're working on right now. Yeah. I think code switching might come in at the bottom.
And I think the reality of it is we're not that far removed. Like, a lot of the big names and the people in charge are still old white men.
Yes.
Period. And if you want to get to where you're going, sometimes you're gonna have to code switch. You're gonna have to turn it on and off.
Yep.
And that's okay. I hate to say, like, that's okay.
I feel like I can understand the frustration with it as a person of color.
Yeah.
I understand wholeheartedly why it's tiring, exhausting. You feel like an imposter in a situation because you're not who you are. And I feel, right now is something that we're dealing with. of all the things that.
I think it's also a beautiful thing because we can do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like when you see people who say, oh my gosh, she speaks 2 languages.
Yes.
And then you think about 2 or 3 languages, but then you think about immigrants who speak 2, 3, 4, 5 languages.
Born into different languages.
I think it's a beautiful thing that, you know, sometimes we see it's a blessing and a curse in a sense. Where we know how to turn it on and off. We know how to teach it.
Yes.
We know how to feel about it. We know how to take our feelings out of things. And and it's also that third eye.
Yeah.
Of knowing like when it's when you can feel
when it's
comfortable
appropriate, when it's not
to
appropriate.
share a different side of you. I think Black men and women, and we talk about this in our episode, we have different pieces of our lives and how we share with each other. And Black love, that person that you love, gets all of your pieces. Mm-hmm. And in life, you can't give your pieces to everyone.
Yeah.
So, I think it's gonna be here forever. I hate saying that. It's gonna be here for a very long time.
I feel like it's gonna change. It's not gonna change anytime soon. I can see 50 years down the line, but it might change.
They're teaching AAVE, African American Vernacular English, in a lot of different schools, and I think they're trying to make it a regular, like this is what this means and this is what that means. But sometimes we don't want y'all to know what we talking about.
Not at all. Not at all. Y'all
want you to know what we talking about.
Stay over there.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
That's it for me.
All right. Well,
it's VJ.
It's Jay.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Bye.